everybody, and welcome to another week of Display Trivia. What is special about this week? Well, after tonight, we are taking the show on the road, literally, and doing our live trivia game from out in Hollywood, baby. The sunshine on my skin cannot come fast enough after these last few weeks of frosty conditions here in New York City. But in the meantime, live from New York, it's Monday night, and I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. Happy to be here and to usher you into a brand new week of trivia. Please follow me right this way. The only proof of entry you need is your live display profile. Oh, and feel free to grab all the refreshments you need. I wouldn't mind a blueberry Slurpee right about now, but you do you. Whatever is gonna fuel you for the game. Just make sure to open your snacks now and not during the show. There's no better way to ruin the momentum than by making all that noise while digging into your Raisinets. Shh, shh, shh. We're trying to focus here. Feel free to talk during the game, though, to yourself, to your friend that you're playing with, to the trivia gods, whomever. Don't talk right now, though, because I have some important gameplay rules that I gotta go over. So you'll have 10 seconds to answer each of the following 10 questions that will get harder as we go. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically for optimal gameplay. Oh, and make sure to choose your answers very carefully, because once you tap, there's no going back. You can, however, stay in the game and keep playing. You just won't get a part of that prize money. Which is okay, because, you know, trivia is all about the destination, not the journey, right? Right. And before we get our happy ending, we might want to start with a little warm-up. This is just practice, just for fun. Let's throw it up there. A good old classic, would you rather? So, would you rather go against the grain, go for the gold, go take a nap? Which would you rather? I mean, these are all pretty good options, right? I'm going to guess that you're probably in the spirit of going for the gold, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to go take a nap. Maybe it's going to be go for the gold, go against the grain when it comes to one of the answers, and then go take a nap afterwards because you're exhausted, right? Something like that in that order, but choose the one that best applies to you in this very moment. No right answers. This is just to get your fingers and your brains all warmed up. Yes. Again, don't overthink it. Just tap one. I mean, when we get to the trivia part, make sure you do think for a moment before you tap. But for now, I'm going with go for the gold. And that is my answer. One done, baby. All right, friends. It's time to roll tape on Display Trivia. Lights, camera, action. Take one. It's time for Display Trivia. Question 1. How many days are in a week? 1, 2, 7. How many days are in a week? 1, 2, 7. Oh, geez. I really wish that I remembered that Days of the Week song right about now. That would be really helpful. I mean, I knew it at one point, but eventually you just gotta wipe the files clean in your brain and make room for things like remembering how to write a check, even though you only do it once a month, or reasons why it's a bad idea to eat spaghetti in the shower. I mean, I'm still iffy on that one. What's so bad about being able to instantaneously rinse off marinara sauce as it's landing on my soapy bod? Oh my gosh, I just remembered the song. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, you get it. Okay, so there's 7 days in the week, yet somehow still never enough minutes to eat spaghetti in the shower. Yes, friends, you got it. All right, let's keep going. Question 2. The term used for junk email shares a name with what type of product? Canned meat, packaged peanuts, bubble wrap. The term used for junk email shares a name with what type of product? Canned meat, packaged peanuts, bubble wrap. That is so nice for it to share its name. As they say, sharing is caring. That's why I don't feel so bad about telling my brother I don't have time to help him find a therapist, because I share my Netflix password with him. See? It all works out. Steve, I know you're drowning in work stuff and not making a ton of money right now, but there are new episodes of Ozark that I am allowing you to watch. I know I'm such a good sister. It's like, why do you even need a therapist? The name we commonly give junk emails is spam, the same name as everyone's favorite and probably only canned meat. And almost all of you got that one in the can. Question 3. On ABC's The Bachelor, which flower is awarded to contestants moving to the next round? A tulip, a carnation, a rose. On ABC's The Bachelor, which flower is awarded to contestants moving to the next round? A tulip, a carnation, a rose. This isn't just a tradition on this show. People do give other people flowers in real life too. And this really has me wondering how this gets started. Like giving people flowers as tokens of love and appreciation. Flower is just a plant's way of saying it wants to get pregnant. Oh yeah, here, I saw this plant was looking to get it on, so I thought it might look pretty in a glass holder in your foyer. Not gonna lie, I don't care what's going on with that plant's family plans. It sure is pretty. The flower handed out on this show to signify that a contestant is invited on another week's worth of dates is the flower of love, a red rose. And almost all of you get to continue on to the next question. Question 4. If a substance ranks 5 on the pH scale, how does it classify? Basic, acidic, neutral. If a substance ranks 5 on the pH scale, how does it classify? Basic, acidic, neutral. To know this answer, you have to know what exactly the pH scale measures and what the values mean. What's the 5 out of? Out of 5? Like a Yelp review? That's a perfect rating. 5 out of 10? Ooh, I might have to pass on that. But does the substance want to raise its rating? Does it have the drive? Does it have what it takes to become America's next top substance? Only 3 options stand before me, but only one can be the answer to this question. By the way, the next challenge is a photo shoot in a crocodile-filled moat. Good luck! The pH scale actually has very little to do with Tyra Banks and a whole heck of a lot to do with the acidity of a liquid. It measures from 0 to 14, and anything lower than a 7 is considered acidic. You got it! You got it! Question 5. Which of the following U.S. state capitals is not named for a person? Washington, New York, Tennessee. Which of the following U.S. state capitals is not named for a person? Washington, New York, Tennessee. All right, I'll bite. What's a girl got to do to get a state capital named after her around here? No, really, like, there's not a single capital named after a woman. They're all named after men. I mean, what gives? No, really, what gives dudes the right to think that everything should be named after them? From now on, I'm only using things named after women. Guess it's just Wendy's and Ann Taylor for me from here on out. Strap in, ladies, it's about to be a bumpy ride. The capital of New York is Albany, named for the Duke of Albany. The capital of Tennessee is Nashville, named for Francis Nash, who was a leader in the Revolutionary War. But Olympia, Washington gets its name from Greek literature and the mountain range surrounding the city. Well done, besties. Well done. Let's keep it going. Q6. In 1960, the Greensboro 4 inspired waves of protest with what action? A petition, a sit-in, traffic obstruction. In 1960, the Greensboro 4 inspired waves of protest with what action? A petition, a sit-in, traffic obstruction. You know the surfboard Beyonce sings about in Drunk in Love? This is that same surfboard. The one protesters used to ride the wave. And just like Beyonce, I too wake up in the kitchen wondering, how does this happen? Like, when did I enter a few steak and eat all the cannolis? When did I even buy the cannolis? Oh my gosh, did I sleep drive to the bodega again? I really have got to stop doing that. Does my bodega guy not even realize that I'm fully asleep when I get in there? Like, basically a zombie roaming the aisles of the corner deli? No wonder he looks at me funny when I come in for my breakfast sandwich. 1 bacon, egg, and cheese, please. Sarah, you need help. Oh no, I don't. I can eat this all on my own. Thanks so much. The Greensboro 4 were a group of 4 students who helped lead the way towards institutionalized desegregation in the South by holding a sit-in at a segregated lunch counter. Question 7. The organism that comprises a pericarp and endosperm is used to make which popular snack? Kettle corn, caramel apples, dried apricots. The organism that comprises a pericarp and endosperm is used to make which popular snack? Kettle corn, caramel apples, dried apricots. Snacks, as I've said, are my favorite genre of food. They're really so versatile. Snack can be anything that's basically totally non-nutritious but tastes amazing. My favorite snack? That would be the only snack that smiles back, goldfish. And this is true. I've smiled at all my snacks. I mean, like, what face do you make when you're snacking? It's the only acceptable way to convey how you feel towards snacks. That being said, of all the snacks at which I have flashed these pearly whites, The only that ever had the decency to do it back was goldfish. I'll spare you for today, goldfish. Your loyalty has rewarded you. But the rest of you snacks, I wouldn't be so sure. You, popcorn! Oh, don't look around. Who else could I possibly be talking to? You only ever make my mouth dry and got my hands all greasy. Popcorn is made from a kernel that contains a pericarp and an endosperm as part of its anatomy before we pop it and cover with all kinds of sweet and salty goodness. Question 8. This predominantly American term was used to describe British sailors because of a protective measure they used at sea. Yankee, limey, swab. This predominantly American term was used to describe British sailors because of a protective measure they used at sea. Yankee, limey, swab. I, for one, can totally relate to these British sailors because when I went on a family cruise in middle school, I too took proactive measures. Yes, of course I brought my Proactive with me. It is the #1 doctor-recommended acne solution, and I was an awkward teen. I wasn't about to go out to sea for a 5-day, 4-night jaunt around the Caribbean. No! Proactive was a security blanket at that fateful time in my life. Like, where would I be without Jessica Simpson and Katy Perry selling me those overpriced bottles of benzoyl peroxide, huh? Whew, seriously though, game changer when they started selling that stuff at mall kiosks. What I'm getting at is, British sailors needed to carry citrus with them to prevent getting scurvy at sea, so the term limey was used as an insult. But honestly, you can laugh now. Me and my buds won't be getting a vitamin C deficiency anytime soon. We're almost there, friends. Question 9. Which of the following brands does not use the item placed atop someone's head in a coronation as its logo? Rolex, Bombay Sapphire, Alfa Romeo. Which of the following brands does not use the item placed atop someone's head in a coronation as its logo? Rolex, Bombay Sapphire, Alfa Romeo. Have you noticed that we as humans, when we like someone, we put stuff on their head? Hey, it's your birthday, wear this pointed hat, you fine young man. Or, you must be the fanciest lady at this horse race with that bird's nest on your head. I feel like if we really liked these people for who they were, we wouldn't feel the need to constantly be changing them. You can only be queen if you put on this very heavy, very expensive hat. Okay, I guess. What choice do I have? The item we usually place on someone's head at a coronation is, of course, a crown. The obvious brand is Corona beer, but Rolex and Bombay Sapphire also use crowns in their logos. And who will be crowned winners of display trivia tonight? Because let's find out. It's time for the final question. Question 10. The condiment made from emulsifying egg yolks and the item which serves as inspiration for Miracle Whip is used as a base for all of the following except remoulade, tartar sauce, hollandaise. The condiment made from emulsifying egg yolks and the inspiration for Miracle Whip is used as a base for all the following except remoulade, tartar sauce, hollandaise. Can we take a moment to appreciate the egg? I mean, it is really up there with potato for me. In terms of versatility, it really is an MVP. Egg is that person in the group project who ends up taking on everyone else's work, not because they have to, but because they can. Stand alone, draped beautifully onto other foods, or even liquefied and made into a sauce. Eggs will always come through. Today, eggs, I pour one out for you. Okay, a little heavy on the fry sauce there, but we'll make it work. The sauce in question, made from the MVP of foods, is truly the MVP of sauces, mayonnaise. No one is 100% certain of its origin, but it's most likely French, and unlike its cousin hollandaise, it's served cold or at room temperature, not hot and on a Benedict. Mayo serves as a base for remoulade and tartar sauce, and also from a basket of French fries. Delicious, smooth, creamy, tangy mayo. Are you gagging? Or did you just pull through with a win? Seriously, friends, how did you do? I mean, you came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you got paid. Friends, I've got a flight to go catch. Speaking of which, don't forget to catch me every night this week at 7:45 p.m. Eastern, 15 minutes before trivia for the answer to question 8. No pre-show this week, but you can tune into the Dolby live stream from Display TV's profile on display. I'll see you all tomorrow from sunny LA. and get your game face on, because this week we are building up to a very special Super Bowl round of trivia right in the spot where it's all going down between the Rams and the Bengals this weekend. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Display.